Hey guys, Greg Jones here, owner of Monkey Bar Gym, Gracie Baja Bellevue and Gracie Baja Tacoma, strength coach at Coach Greg Jones, Instagram, Facebook, Greg Jones. I want to talk to you about training in the aging athlete, training for a lot of different demographics. So not only the weekend warriors and the people that are behind computers all day, but also athletes and high level jiu-jitsu fighters, MMA fighters, which I train, as well as bodybuilders, which I do, bikini, figure, all that sort of training as well. So first and foremost, I want to talk about the nervous systems and the role they play in our training. So you have your sympathetic nervous system, your SNS, and your parasympathetic nervous system, your PNS. Your SNS is your fight or flight mechanism. It's very catabolic. So this is cortisol going through the roof. This is what happens when you train and exercise. A lot of times you'll get shaky when you have a good workout, strength training or fighting or on the mat. That is your sympathetic nervous system activating itself and reacting to the stressor that you are imposing on the body. Because remember, training is a stressor. It stresses the body. You're literally tearing down muscle fibers and you're exhausting the nervous system when you train. So what you want to do is minimize the things outside of training that are going to cause stressors to that SNS. So caffeine is going to be a stressor. Sleeplessness is going to be a stressor. Life stress is going to affect the SNS. If you do not wind down and if you do not activate your PNS, your parasympathetic nervous system, which is very anabolic. It helps your body digest. It helps it recover. It basically helps you get over the stressors of training and the stressors that you've imparted on the SNS. The PNS is what you want to activate. The PNS, the parasympathetic nervous system, there's a lot of different ways to do so. So guided meditation, deep breathing, being in nature, playing with your kids, playing with animals, warm salt baths, spa, and just Tai Chi. I mean, there's all kinds of different things you can do. If you do not do this and you constantly train and be stressed and train and be stressed and train and be stressed and drink rock stars and quadruple fucking lattes and all that stuff, you're gonna miss the boat, and I have missed the boat myself. So I'm guilty of this as well. I'll be the first to admit it. And life strain, first and foremost, to tell you about last summer, I was competing in a bodybuilding show, 2 shows. I was competing in the Washington State Championships, Washington State Open rather, as a light heavyweight, summer of 2017, to get ready for nationals. So Masters Nationals, to try and get my IFBB pro card. So I did this going through a lot of life stressors at the time and prepping for 2 shows, and I won the WA State, won my class, won the overall, beat some talented people in the process, and then competed at Masters Nationals, 3rd rounds call-outs, didn't get my pro card, kind of missed the boat a little bit at Nationals, which was a week after the WA Open. And part of the reason I think I didn't do as well as I could have, or better, 1st or 2nd rounds of call-outs, or even winning a class, which I probably wouldn't be ready for anyway, was I was overstressed, taking way too many stimulants, not getting enough sleep, and not engaging my parasympathetic nervous system. By ignoring this and ignoring, it's okay to overreach as an athlete and to be in a very acute state of overtraining, because you can overcome an acute state of overtraining. You cannot overcome when it becomes goddamn chronic. When it becomes chronic, there's no recovering from it. You literally have to take a step back and do something different. I am at the point in my training right now where I'm taking a month off of training altogether because I tried to push through. I took 0 time off after Masters Nationals when I should have taken time off because I had some personal stuff going on that was adding to my stress. I was taking way too many stimulants, and I just tried to push through because mentally I didn't want to break. Mentally I needed the gym, and it was the worst thing physically for my body at the time. But I tried to push through because that's what we do, and we're fucking tough, and we're fucking stupid, and we don't listen to our bodies. Your bodies will give you the feedback, guys. Listen to your bodies, or if you have coaches, listen to your coaches. I did neither. So I pushed through. I've had injuries in the past. Now I'm taking a step back to take 2 steps forward. I'm taking a month off of training, which I've already started. I've been off for about a week. And I'm clearing out of all supplements. So all HRT stuff, all creatine, protein, just everything, I'm taking off. I'm done. I'm activating my PNS. I'm spawing. I'm doing hot yoga. I'm getting massage, cutting down the stimulants, believe it or not, and taking a step back to take 2 steps forward as I make my next push into trying to get my pro card this fall, late fall, end of 2018. The worst thing we can do is the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results, because different results are not going to happen. You have to take a critical look at what you're doing, and if you don't have help, reach out for help. I will help you. I have coaches to help you. I can coach you. I've been through it. I know what to look for. 3 sports in college, been a bodybuilder, power lifter, Olympic lifter, done all that stuff, trying to get my pro card now, qualified for nationals 3 different times now, 3 different years, and making the push to do so and not listening to my body and all the while. So I'm listening to my body now, taking a step back, and I work with so many athletes, from top MMA pros to top jiu-jitsu Pan Am champions and world qualifiers in jiu-jitsu and pro boxers and what have you. And the common thread that I find is everybody's tough as shit. Everybody trains their asses off, but they don't know when to and allow themselves to recover. There's no off switch. You just flip the fucking thing on and it doesn't ever go off. If you don't ever go off, you can't recover, you can't get better. You can get better technique wise, but body wise, and I'm not even throwing age into the equation. You throw age into the equation and then you're beat. So overtraining, caffeine, stress, life, and our stubborn hard heads is a recipe for disaster. You will be in a chronic state of overtraining. You will do nothing but get fucking injured over and over and over again. And I know, because I've been there, I've done it, I've been doing it. Beat myself up a bunch in 2016, beat myself up a bunch in 2017. Now I'm whacking myself over the head. I'm finally learning. So I want to share this information with you guys because I've been through it, and I don't want you guys to neglect this sort of thing. So if you want some help, reach out. If you want more information on nutrition and supplements to take, whether it be for male or for female, for older people or younger people, or for athletes, I'm well versed in that stuff too. So taking a naturopathic approach and working with naturopathic medical doctors, I take a holistic approach now. And taking a holistic approach to my body, I'm not going to beat it up anymore. You can train and you can train hard, but you got to recover, and recovery has to be paramount. Thanks a lot, guys. This is the first YouTube that I'm talking about this kind of stuff, and I'm going to continue to pick topics and talk about different things, talk about my struggle, talk about my path and my journey, and I'm going to cover a lot of different topics. It's not just going to be bodybuilding or athletes. It's going to be recovery. It's going to be addiction recovery, as I'm getting into that as well as the gym thing. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you.